Hello everyone, my name is Robin and welcome back to the Walking Doki Literature Club. In the last episode, the club tries to defend themselves from the zombie apocalypse and are accompanied by two new people, Michael and Thomas. When trying to save another friend, John, we find out he had already become a zombie, thus Thomas had to kill him. Since we left off here, we'll continue. The three of us passed the empty houses, listening to the wind along the way. We've been going for quite a while now. Thomas has been rather quiet the whole time he has been next to me. Well, after all, he did stab a knife into his friend's skull. Syria has been in front of us, kicking the pebbles out of her way. Need to find a reason to break the silence. It's becoming unbearable. Until I noticed Thomas humming to himself. Aggressively. Aggressive humming. Weird. Metal, maybe? Is he okay? Actually, I forgot I said that. I coughed to get his attention. Huh? Were you saying something? No, not really, just... You a fan of metal? Yeah, how'd you know? Maybe the shirt. What you were humming, if you could call it that, kind of sounded like it. And it's pretty obvious it's on your t-shirt, yeah. Tom lets out a wry chuckle. I was a fan ever since I was a kid. Did your parents really allow you to listen to it? Not exactly, but my brother and my dad listen to it all the time. My old man even sleeps on that stuff. Wait, so you're telling me he listened to metal to lull himself to sleep? Yeah? Really? Some people just have different tastes, I guess. Okay. Yeah, okay, buddy. You know what's stupid? A gun without Blame my mom, not me. Yeah, but it wasn't her who accidentally shot it, was she? Can we drop it? Yeah, sure. So you can't use this as a weapon, right? Apart from bashing people in the head with it, no. Understood. Thomas nods himself as he starts to hunt through his pockets. Seconds later, he brandishes a knife, the handle facing towards myself. Looks different from the one he used earlier. That's for me? Yup. Don't you need it? I have a few of them. Been keeping a collection. Thanks, I guess. I know who else keeps a knife collection as well. Thomas smiles as I take the knife from him and inspect it further. Sharp blade with little holes drilled in. A militaristic design. I stick the knife into my pocket. Talk about Sayori or John? Let's go John. I think you said that Michael and John were really close friends, right? Thomas looks slightly surprised by my question. He averts his eyes, sighing. Yeah, they were inseparable. How's he gonna react? No idea. Then we're on the same boat. Yeah. Alright, I guess it's one of those things where we're gonna go through both options anyway. Wanna hear a funny story? I'm listening. Siri tried cooking. I'm guessing that ended horribly. Yeah, what'd she do? Would you believe me if I said that she managed to set some water on fire? A regular frying pan and some tap water. Wait. How? No clue. You'd have to ask her yourself. The fuck? Thomas continues in silence, pondering at Sari's black magic. The rest of the walk we have our heads down, listening to the sounds of our footsteps, and Thomas is humming. God, his humming. Alright, are we gonna regroup? You finally arrive. As we head to the trees from the distance, I spot Michael and Yuri standing there waiting for the others. Hey, where's John? Oof. He's dead. I'm sorry. No. You're lying. Don't bullshit me. And Michael starts walking towards John's house. Michael! Thomas tries to stop him, but Michael pushes him off. Let go of me! Where do you think you're going? I want to see him. Want to see him dead? Both of you, stop yelling. We don't want to let the whole world know we're here, you know? Both of them look at me for a few seconds. Michael reluctantly nods. I only want to see him one last time. Thomas leans in and whispers something to him. I can't hear any of it. Fine. Both of them go back. I'm sorry for your loss. Michael closes his eyes, his tears starting to form. Guys? Oh. We look at Sayori. She has her phone pressed to her ear. Who is it? Monica. She has something to say to you guys. Alright. Sayori lowers her arm and turns on speakerphone. Okay, can everyone hear me? Yeah, what is it? We're at Natsuki's place and I'm waiting outside. I think I can hear Natsuki and her... Oh, shit. Oh, no. What's going on over there? I don't know. Where are you... That's not good. We hear traces of distorted yelling in the background. Just get over here. We will. Alright. Oh no. Not right now, man. Not at a time like this. Siri hangs up, jamming her phone back into her pocket. Does anyone know where she lives? It's not that far from where we are right now. Let's hurry. Without hesitation, we follow Sayori. We catch our breaths once we're in front of Natsuki's house. We see Monica in front of the open gate with a worried expression. About time. Sorry, I just can't do that, okay? Uh-oh. Past Sayori, making my way into the house. Robin! Uh-oh. Dad, please! Stepping in Natsuki's father is noticeably sad. Natsuki's father, someone normally so callous, so short-tempered, is sitting with his arms around his neck as if to comfort himself. Oh, wait, I just realized, looking at his sprite, he got bit. Oh, no. I make my way over to Natsuki, and I noticed that her dad had been bitten. A chunk of flesh missing from his shoulder. I told you, and I keep on telling you, you have other people. But I don't! Natsuki turns her head, noticing the others making their way inside. It seems that they've noticed what's going on as well. Now, they could do something cool, I guess, by somehow saving her father by, like, doing the good old cut that part off, or just let nature take its course. One way to find out. How many of you are here? What happened to you? Doesn't matter anymore. Dad, no, I'm sure there's something we could do about this. Please let us help. No, Natsuki. Wait, he's been bit? Natsuki's dad turns his head to face Michael. Inspecting the man, Michael stops at his shoulder. You've got to be kidding. How many more people are gonna get bit? Do you mind? He looks at him with a fierce intensity. Tom's expression remains unchanged. Tom speaks up. Look, we just lost our friend. He was bit twice on the neck. Wait, what the fuck? Michael glares at Thomas, demanding an explanation. I'm sorry, but when we saw him, Michael turns around, trying to understand what was he just told. And now you seem to be bit as well. Really? No shit, Sherlock. You gonna do something about it? Yes! And what exactly? The ticking of a clock makes itself known. Natsuki's at loss for words. I mean, since you've been bit, I think we both know what's gonna happen, so what are you going to do? I want this to be over. Looks down. He's gonna commit unalivement. What, Dad? No matter what you do, no matter how you plan to help me, I'll be dead soon. There's no changing that. But do you even know how this works? When I saw the others get bit, they turned in a matter of minutes. Desperately, Natsuki raises her voice. Her voice cracks. Dad, we can help you. How? I'm sorry, but he's right. No matter what we do to help, it won't work. What? Just like John, he's been infected. We didn't have a choice. We had to end him. Michael looks at him, eyes wide open. What the fuck? He was already dead, Mike. We were too late. I don't want to look. Sari turns around, covering her eyes. Let's see. Natsuki will remember this. Again? Well, I guess, now that I think about it, the protagonist has been, I think, pretty close to Natsuki, especially in the very beginning scene. You're not gonna die. I bet there's something we can do. There must be something. How many times do I have to tell you? Just think about it. How fast did your friend turn? He was already infected when we arrived. He looks away. Thoughts seem to be racing through his mind. After a while, he sighs. Listen, Natsuki. I admit, I haven't been the best father to you ever since your mom left. Hell, you probably can't even call me that anymore. His eyes are fixed down at his toes. A drunkard, terribly weak man. I won't get another chance to tell you, so please listen close. Is it that he loves her? Something like that? He sighs, holding back tears. Natsuki screams, no, don't say things like that! Every mistake I've made since your mom left us. I know this won't mean much, but I really am sorry. I'm sorry for all the times I couldn't be there for you. I'm sorry for all the times I lost my temper. He chuckles, lifting his head to the roof. The old man inhales a shaky breath, as if remembering something distant. You know, when you were just 4, when your mom was still with us, we needed to head the bank one day, but you wanted to read your... Oh, I wonder where this is heading. You wanted to read your manga, so we thought we'd leave you for a couple minutes, but something came up. We had to wait for a few hours. Natsuki's lips started to tremble, recalling the memory, and for some reason you thought we'd left you for good. You were crying your eyes out for hours even after we came back. She said at the floorboards, stop talking. You were so tiny back then. Please, you have other people in your life now. You won't be alone. You're strong. You have a chance to survive. You don't need a weak man like me holding you back. Should he have turned into a zombie by now? I'm not too sure. I know you'll survive. Boy. When did my little girl grow up to be so strong? No! Wait! Natsuki, I love you. Dad, no! 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 Natsuki rushes towards her father. I step forward to see the hole in his head. Natsuki is kneeling on the ground next to him, crying and sobbing over the unmoving body. Thomas steps forward. He doesn't know what to say. Natsuki, I'm... Fuck! Oh, Natsuki... This again, Thomas says back at Natsuki's fierce hostility. Thomas' eyes turning around. He walks away. I remain frozen in the same position. Monica approaches me. Monica stands still, watching Natsuki crying over her dead father. After a few seconds, she leans to me and whispers, I can deal with her. You can go now. Trusting in Monica, I turn around and start walking. What do I even do after something like that? I head outside for a breather. The dry air doesn't really help, and with the slowly setting sun, the light invades my vision. I angle my head downwards as I walk past the porch. Where's Sayori? Turning my please don't tell me she ran into a zombie. Turning my head back and forth, I inspect the surrounding area. A leaking hose, a black garbage bags, and Sayori, a few meters away, sitting against a wall. Holding herself in a balled up position, she looks like she's distracting herself by counting the unkept blades of grass. With her eyes wide open, she seems to be talking to herself. Clear my throat to make myself known. I don't want to surprise her. She turns her head up at me, but recoils at the glare of sunlight. Looking back down, she shows a defeated expression. Did he? Yeah. Now that things have settled down, I realize the weight of the situation, and Sayori probably feels the same. But this may very well be our new reality, something we'll be forced to get used to. What about you? She holds her hands to shield her eyes, still discomforted by the scorching rays. She's looking up at me. What about me? Did you try to save him? What happened? I close my eyes and sigh. I'm still figuring things out myself, Sayori. She's still looking at me. She's trying to smile, but all I can notice are her sad eyes. Sayori takes a deep breath in as she tries to calm herself. I think you should go check up on the others. She smiles, but it worries me. Does she mean it, or is it just another lie? Hey, seriously, you ever need to talk? I'm here for you too. Thanks. Sayori will remember that. A lot of this is happening. Cause like actually, this might infect like the game later on. However, the other chapters aren't developed yet, so it's just chapter 1. So I still think like later, like when the rest of the chapters out, these will like have like some sort of meaning and like probably lead to like different routes or paths. Guess that's all I can do for now. Talk to Monica and Natsuki, approach dead body, or talk with Thomas and Michael. Let's go with Monica and Natsuki. I should probably go and check how they're doing. Monica has her arm wrapped around Natsuki. Natsuki seems to have calmed down, but her eyes are still swollen pink from the tears. Hey, how's everything going? Natsuki has a sullen expression. Monica, on the other hand, we're doing better. How about you? She gives me a smile, but I think it's meant to be comforting. But with the mood right now, I get an uneasy feeling. Why is she so happy all of a sudden? Fine, I guess. I don't know. Let's just do this. Knowing that, I don't think my response went in time. It's alright. I'm sure you'll feel better. Monica seems to be taking this a little too well. Can I talk to you alone? Why? Can't it wait? It'll be quick. Fine. Natsuki, I'll be right back. You'll be okay, right? Yeah. We make our way to the kitchen. I know what this is about. Well, that makes things easier. You sure you're okay? No, of course I'm not. As I go open my mouth, she cuts me off. Before you try to say something, consider this. What happened with Natsuki's dad? That could very well be us, you know? Damn it. I was, not only do I have to think my decisions, but I also have to read them before making it as well. What happened with Natsuki's dad? That could very well be us, you know? Monica sighs and gives me a stern look. Look, we need to have a plan. We need a backup, and then a backup for the backup. Because how do you think you'll react when Sayori's the one who's bit? Do you think you'll have what it takes to end her? Do you think you'll have what it takes to end any of us? I don't answer that. Listen, that was a little harsh. Monica pauses, making sure that I'm listening. But it's something you need to know. Why are you only telling me this? Because I know the type of person you are, Robin. You're not the type of person to give up when you think something matters. You're pretty honest in that way. But right now, honesty isn't what we need. If I told the other girls how I felt outright, I don't know how they'd respond. And that's too dangerous right now. There's a long, tense silence. It's not that I'm not feeling anything right now. I'm scared for my friends. I'm scared for what our future will look like. But there's no place for things like that right now, and I don't want the others to be afraid either. Her eyes narrow in on mine. I'm sure you feel the same. And as if nothing happened, her face changes to that of the always cheerful club president. I'll catch you later, Robin. As much as I didn't want to hear some of that, the words echo in my head. By the way, I think you should go clear things up with Natsuki. She's feeling a little better now. Her life had changed in the past half day, and here I was watching. What am I even supposed to say in a situation like this? It feels like it like it all amount to nothing. It all seems empty. Oh, she's mad. Didn't I tell you to fuck off? This time, her anger, her hostility seems to be fading. In its absence, all that remains is an empty stare. The sight of her father killing herself engraved into her memory. You're really starting to piss me off. Her voice is shaking now. Natsuki's hand clings to her dad's dress shirt, drenched in dark red. The blood stains her hands. I'm sorry. I can't do anything more. Sighing, I get up and turn around. I think I hear a frail whimper as I feel her eyes following me. Walking to the kitchen, I snatch a towel and wet it with water from the sink. It's cold. Dirty dishes litter the countertop. Chinese food, maybe a day or two old. Oil residue stains the plate with a pale yellow. Maybe it's mold? It's hard to tell, but it reeks. These dishes won't be cleaned anytime soon. This home will inevitably be left behind. Make my way back to Natsuki, kneeling down to meet her eye to eye. Hey, let me see your hands. She just keeps staring, eyes fixed on her father. Eventually she loosens her grip of his shirt. I take her hand and use the towel to wrap her fingers, clean the blood off of her hands. She jumps, surprised by the unexpected cool of the towel. I'll be completely honest with you, Natsuki. She looks at me through the corner of her eyes. There's so much that's changing, and I don't know how to feel about it. I don't know what to do. What's changed, right? Empty smile recedes. I have no idea what I'm doing. It's been like that for a while. I want to give up, but I know I'll never hear the end of it from these 4 girls I know. They'll be on my ass like they always do. They'll tell me how stupid I am and how scrawny my arms look. They'll tell me how shit my taste in manga is. But at the end of the day, they don't really care. They'll keep me around anyways. I don't think I'll ever know why, but that's something I know for a fact. Because even when I know how incapable I am and how stupid I am, at least I won't be alone. I force a smile. That means a lot to me, Natsuki. Natsuki will remember that. What the hell am I going on about? That didn't sound like that didn't sound like what was in my head, like, at all. I was supposed to be comforting her. Natsuki chuckles, her face softens, her eyes starting to relax. What's that even supposed to mean? You don't have to remind us how stupid you are. Freaking dumbass. Once I'm finished, I stand up. Thanks. I give her a smile, a real one. Are we just gonna go through all the girls one by one and then all of this? Let's see. I should probably check in with Yuri. She hasn't said much. Who can blame her? How are you feeling? She glances at the roof. I'm sorry, I didn't quite catch that. An awkward smile. I was just asking if you're doing okay. Yuri exhales, her face slowly reverting back into a shoddy composure. She tries to play with her hair, spinning strands of it into little loops. Eyeing the floor, it seems like she's thinking. Have you ever read the... I wonder where this is coming from. The Secret Garden by Frances Hodgson Burnett? What? Nope. Never. I think I've heard the title from somewhere. It's a popular story. I think they made a movie out of it. The shine of her violet eyes fade away as she lets go of the strand of hair. A stray clock is ticking in the corner. Thomas and Michael are discussing, murmuring across the room. Well, why do you ask? I was just thinking that the protagonist reminded me of Natsuki and her family. Alright, yeah, there's the correlation. Sure. You see, Mary Lennox, the main character, was orphaned after her parents perished as a result of a cholera outbreak. And, well, after that, she's taken in by her uncle, Archibald Cravern. Her speech gets smoother as she continues. She doesn't like him at all, because she fails to empathize with him, but also because of how she was raised. Yuri stares beyond the white walls across from her. Her parents often left her alone, tending to their own business, partying and debauchery. She didn't know how to act around people. I nod. I think I'm trying to see what she's getting at. Her bitter and selfish attitudes correlate to her loneliness. But when she makes her first friend, the two of them become better people despite her upbringing. But still, I'm left to wonder. She exhales, her breath uneven. If people can change, what are we just supposed to... Are we just supposed to forget the person they once were? And she's lost me. You know, Robin, one day after school when Natsuki and I were walking home, she suddenly fainted. I rushed her to the hospital, and later on, when the nurses were checking her out, they said she had a potassium deficiency. The intensity in Yuri's voice rises, a desperation to let out an overflowing of emotions. Her father, once he came, insisted nothing was wrong and took her back home immediately. She takes a deep breath, pausing, realizing how loud she's getting. She said that type of thing was normal. He looked intoxicated, but he told the nurses, he told me, that everything would be fine. And then, the very next day, when Natsuki comes to alcohol, I see bruises up her sleeves. I can concede that I probably don't know the full story. But how can someone like him say that they love their daughter after knowing everything they had done to her? Guilt-tripping Natsuki like that. She stares into my eyes, expecting the insides of my skull for an answer. Just another breath, and another. Another. She's calmed down, but the disgust in her eyes still linger. Yuri, I understand how you're feeling. No, and I'm glad you told me. Yuri looks down, almost as if in shame. I think I'll wait outside. She rushes off. Wait! But she's already gone. Looking around, I notice Thomas and Michael looking at me for a few seconds. After that, they start discussing again. I think I'll talk to her later. I'm sorry. Yeah, it's one of those things where we're just gonna do all this stuff anyway. I make my way over to her and place a hand on her shoulder. Hey, reminder, we're here for you. She nods in acknowledgement. I guess that's all I can tell her for now. I'll give you some time. But before that, I unwrap the cold fingers that cling onto a now cold gun and place it in my pocket. I'll pull out half the bullets for myself later. I can't tell if she notices. Alright, let's talk with the boys. The two seem to be talking to each other. Michael, he seems a little off, maybe even on edge. He looks upset. I don't blame him. Having to find out that his friend was dead without getting to say any goodbyes must have been devastating. They stop once they notice me getting closer. Did you do it? Excuse me? He's looking at me, his eyes widen as he repeats himself. Did you kill him? I've already told you, Michael. He didn't. I had to. Who's the fucking genius who decided to off him? You didn't have to kill him. What if we could have brought him back? Michael, calm down. It was my idea, and trust me, it was necessary. I had no choice. He was bleeding out of his neck. Even if we didn't stab him, he was already dead. Michael lets out a subdued growl, grumbling. He turns away, looking down. With his arms crossed, Thomas sighs. Give him some time. I mean, I feel like the same way too, but still. Don't worry, I get it. I'll touch base with him later. I thought that he'd understand. I'll be waiting outside. He walks to the door while Thomas and I are left staring. Aren't you going with him? He needs his space to calm down. I'll be waiting here until we leave anyway. Tell the others we should probably get going soon. You'll need to look for a better place to stay. It's getting dark. I nod and walk away. Looks like we should head out. I think we should get going before it's dark out. We don't know when the electricity will cut. I think we're almost all packed up. Natsuki, do you need anything else? No, I think I'm good. I know this kind of sounds shitty, but we should probably take some stuff with us before we leave. We don't keep much food around. There's a first aid kit, and I guess a kitchen knife could be helpful. I already have one, with me, but yeah, it can't hurt to have more. Really? I pull out the knife stashed in my pocket. Where'd you get that? Thomas gave it to me. Natsuki rolls her eyes. I see you two are getting along swimmingly. Natsuki sighs. Whatever. Hey, let's have a scavenger hunt. The fuck? Complete and utter confusion. Oh. Maybe next time, Sayori, just quickly grab what you think might be helpful. Aye aye, Captain. I'm glad she feels at least a little bit better. At least well enough to try to lighten the mood. In any case, it's better this way. While waiting for the others, I discreetly load the bullets from earlier into my gun. Is everyone here? Yeah, looks like it. Michael does a quick head count. Yeah, sounds about right. Alright then. We stay quiet and we keep off the main streets. We'll be heading towards the edges of town. Think I might know a place. Plus, there should be less people in the further we get away. Good to go? Everyone nods their heads. We ready ourselves for what's to come. Monica stops me. Hey Robin, I'd like to talk to you. Hopefully this isn't related to what she said earlier. Yeah, let's hear it. We slow down so that we're near the back of the group. Not too far though. I couldn't help but notice that the gun Natsuki's dad had was missing. Do you know anything about that? She catches on quick. I glance up at Sayori and Natsuki talking to each other. Yuri in her thoughts. Thomas with Michael, their eyes darting around. Yeah, I have it with me. So it was you. Good. I guess that's the first big thing. What do you mean? Don't worry about it. But don't you think it's pretty unnecessary to hold two sidearms? What, you want me to give you the gun? No, not quite. Actually, maybe if you wanted to, but I wouldn't know how to use it properly. But I know two people who probably would. Is it Thomas and Michael? Yep. Monica, we don't really even know them that well. I mean, they saved us, but how do we know that we can trust them with a gun? You're right that we've just met them, but they've proven to us that they can be trusted. They helped us They helped us when they didn't need to. And do you think you can really trust Sayori with it? You know I heard about what happened with you guys when you were younger. Good point. If we were in a sticky situation. Right. At the end of the day, it's your decision, though. If you don't trust them, you don't trust them. No, I agree. Good. See you later, Robin. I trust you'll make the right decision. She catches up with the rest of the group, joining Sayori and Natsuki in the conversation. This will be rough. Who am I gonna give the gun to? Michael seems to get angry quickly, but he cools off just as fast. That could be a problem. However, this can mean decisiveness and confidence in a life or death situation. The difference between an action and death. But when things get more complicated, I'd have to trust his instincts. But I'm not sure if it's a good idea right now, considering how he was earlier. Thomas, well, he seems more collected, but it seems like he lacks confidence. Well, sometimes. He'd be a lot more logical and take time to think things through. But when you're unsure what to do and you only have seconds, he might freeze up. In the end, I guess I'll be giving this to Thomas or Michael. Oof. I'm not sure if the decision will still be affected in the long run or it's only for this chapter. Regardless, though, I'm gonna bank on Thomas. Thomas is the best choice here. Following Monica's lead, I run, making my way to the front of our little group. Hey, Thomas, wait up! He turns around. Yeah, what's up? Take a second to catch my breath. I want to give you this. Holding out the Glock, I place it in his hand. Where did this come from? It's Natsuki's dad's. Oh. He looks at the weapon and looks back up at me and then back down. I don't know you too well, but I think I can trust you with this. If things get hairy, I think you'd probably be the most helpful. Thomas will remember that. His back and forth halts as he finally stops to look at me in the eyes. Thanks for trusting me. I'm glad. I've shot a gun before, so I have a pretty good idea of what I'm doing. Just to be sure, the safety's on, right? Yeah, probably. Good. You can check it yourself right now. He smiles, making his way back to Michael. He stuffs the weapon in his pocket. That can't be good for the gun. Oh well. Well, make sure the safety's on. I guess there's gonna be a lot of walking ahead of us. Some time has already passed since we've left Natsuki's house. Along the way, we saw some dead bodies and infected peoples. Peoples. I'm pretty sure it's just people. Whatever. They didn't see us. I saw them in my tracks. What is it? Oh! God. Once I get closer, I see an infected girl. She doesn't notice us yet. Thomas goes to grab his gun, but he doesn't. Now what? We'll kill her. We don't have any choice. I think we're getting close anyway. Michael, do you still have the knife I gave you? He starts patting his pockets. Yeah, I have it. Good. Can you take her down? Yeah, sure. Michael pulls out his knife and approaches the girl slowly. She notices a vicious turn of her head. She lunges at Michael in a violent daze. Oof! One tap. He kicks her legs, causing her to fall to the ground. On the ground, he stabs her through the eye. From the corner of my vision, I see Sari looking away. She definitely didn't want to see that. Michael starts waving for us to come. We start walking again. You okay? I've been better. Disdain and maybe disgust. Thomas wipes the knife against the nearby foliage and solemnly moves forward. We stop. It's getting late. I don't think I've been around here before. An unfamiliar but defensible house. How about we stay here for the night? Yeah, I think it's getting dark. How do we get in, though? It's probably locked. Thomas turns to the house, inspecting the white walls. Someone will have to crawl in through the window and open the door. Isn't it risky going in alone? What if someone's inside? Besides, what else are we supposed... Michael opens the door. No one's home. Come on in. I guess it was open. Okay, where do you guys want to sleep? Let's look around first. It's probably a good idea to take notes of our exits. That's fair. You guys do that. I'll start unpacking some things out of our bags. I'll help. Good. Once we're done with that, let's meet back here and make some plans for tomorrow. Malka and Yuri head off up a flight of stairs. Do we have anything in mind? I do, but I think we should set up base before we start talking. He kneels, placing his backpack on the table, combing through the many miscellaneous items in his bags, placing them in neatly organized piles. Hey Thomas, we have to talk. Earlier, why didn't you do more for John? This again? He occupies himself with a can of beans, spinning it in his hands. Just why? Look, Michael, it's Michael. Did I ask? Michael moves back. We were in danger when we saw him. I could have died with Robin. A scowl formed on Thomas's face. You know, Sayori, she would have had to walk you all by yourself. telling you about why we weren't with her. I'm sure that would have been a nice feeling, right? Lingering on the past won't help you feel any better. Michael looks away. Don't take that personally. I don't blame you for feeling the way you are. After that, Thomas continues unpacking. I hear footsteps coming down the stairs. Turn to face Monica and Yuri approaching the three of us. Did you find anything? Nothing special, but I did notice something pretty odd. 2 bedrooms, and one of them is just empty. What do you mean? Except for 2 beds and a painting, there was absolutely nothing in there. It's honestly pretty disconcerting if you take a look. Why would someone just take all the furniture like that? Maybe the people living here were drug dealers. Could be. But if you think about it, who uses furniture anyway? Fair. What? Thomas shrugs. Okay, everyone, what should our plan of action be? We all stand and gathered around a table with not enough chairs. 2 in total, with Thomas and his backpack occupying both. Now that I think about it, this place does seem very much like a crack house, or at the very least, could operate as one quite effectively. I was thinking about getting us a car. We might have to make a quick getaway sometime in the future. We'll also be able to carry more stuff around. Transportation does seem important. I have a feeling most cars will have been abandoned, so actually securing one doesn't sound too hard. However, while we aren't in a busy neighborhood right now, if we were to travel somewhere with more people, the number of cars blocking the streets would get in our way. Long-distance transportation would be out the question. Well, at least with a regular vehicle. It still beats having to walk around all day. All good ideas, but I have a question. How do you plan on starting it? I'll use the wires, the classic hot wire. Oh, come on, do you even know how? Do you have any idea how risky and difficult that actually is? Not to mention impossible? Bitch, how would you know? Oh, I understand your concern, but just so you know, I've done this before. Pretty good at it, too. When? I've never seen you do anything remotely similar. Okay, I've done similar. Really? With your exceptional organization skills? Of course. If you fail, I won't even feel bad for you. I'll be too busy laughing at your dumbass. Okay, I'll show you. I'll prove you wrong. See who's the dumbass then. Thomas is quite surprised by this answer. However, he nods. Well, you do that. I have plans for tomorrow as well. As I said before, I think we should start by looking for some supplies in the school. You kidding? Do you want to die? I know. There are a lot of infected there. They're crawling around pretty much everywhere. But I have an idea. I know for a fact we'll be able to take some food from the cafeteria. How, though? There are 2 doors to the cafeteria. One heading to the corridor and the one being an emergency exit. I know that the doors leading to the corridor are usually locked, but I'm not sure about the other one. I don't think they lock the exits during the day. We'll be able to go inside easily, assuming it was unlocked before, well, what's happened. Sure? Well, not for certain. And even if they are locked, the school keeps keys in the janitor's shed. Alright, that's not a bad idea. Not a bad idea at all. Still, are you sure there's gonna be anything worth taking at this point? The hallway door will be locked, and not many people know about the back entrance. Well, if you weren't a student. Plus, whose first instinct is it to go to a cafeteria to hide in a crisis? So it'll definitely be worth our time, 90% sure. Supplies might be hard to come by, but is the school really the best place for that, especially with how many people could be there? Christ, so many questions. Thomas looks down at the table, taking a deep breath in. It will definitely have its risk, but at least it's better than nothing. If I take 2 others, I think we could pull it off. One lookout, and the 2 of us to gather supplies. Michael should probably scout out some good areas before hot wiring a car, if he actually knows how to. Robin, do you want to come with? I guess. Okay, now, anyone else want to join? He scans the table for volunteers. I can go. Really? That was unexpected. Well, I was gonna make you pick straws, but this works great. So, Yuri, you sure you want to go with us? She nods. Alright then, that's settled. We head out tomorrow. Anything else we want to talk about? Siri's stomach grumbles. Anyone else want some dinner? I have a question. Siri's spirits drop. What time do we leave for the school? Huh, I didn't think about it. That certainly inspires confidence. Early morning, so like 3? Seriously? 2? She's staring at him funny. Nah. Okay, noon it is. Wait, you meant 3 in the afternoon? Yeah? Early riser, huh? What type of person wakes up that early and enjoys it? That's fair, but how is 3 reasonable? So I'm guessing your plans will also take place in the afternoon. Yeah, that'd be... Of course, I'm not a psychopath. Are you sure about that? You stay quiet. Her concerns aren't completely unfounded. You too? That's rich coming from you, the guy who slept through an entire weekend. Oh, speak for yourself. At least I'm not playing your stupid dead RPG games all the time, every single night. That's interesting. I didn't take Michael for a gamer. And besides, I'm actually productive with my time. Imagine crouching in front of your computer like a gremlin. Couldn't be me. How about you? Are you joking? You productive? As if. What do you do in your spare time? I don't know, like drawing? You like to draw? Yeah? But I haven't had a chance to draw in a while. You know, because of what's going on right now. How about before? Seems pretty interesting. You have some drawings with you? Nah. Small talk has turned into large talk. Well, okay then. Keep going like off topic because someone has some snark remark to make. Monika's eyes fell off. In any case, I think this is good for now. It's important to be well rested and it's not like we're in a rush. Guys. What? Dinner? Everyone's eyes are on Sayori. I'm kind of getting hungry too. Same, dude. Likewise. Try not to eat all the food, fatso. I'm not fat! You're just gonna take that, Michael? Just take. Robin, this guy looks like he'd eat it too. Just shut up already. It's not my fault that I'm heavy, okay? Excuses, excuses, fat ass. Hey, if it makes you feel any better. Sayori's a literal vacuum. Watch out for her. Hey! That's not true. That's not true, my ass. If that's the case, where do you hide all my cupcakes, Sayori? Definitely not your stomach, right? Where'd you have my damn cupcakes, Sayori? Meanies. You're all meanies. It's not my fault your cupcakes are so good. Don't you mean so good? Hey! Alright, I think that's enough. Let's just ration out the food we took earlier. I'm getting hungry. If we need to talk about anything else, we can do it later. We've gone through everything important. So, as it stands right now, here are our plans for tomorrow. Thomas, Robin, and Yuri will be going to the school to gather supplies. Michael should probably scout some good areas for cars. I'll probably go with him. Him actually not wiring the car should probably happen sometime later. Wait, no. It says him actually hot wiring the car should probably happen sometime later. After we map out the area, we can discuss that tomorrow. Those remaining will stay here, finding ways to reinforce the house. Good with that? Before anyone can say anything, Sayori pipes up, exasperated with the endless discussion. Guys, food, let's end it here. Yes! Looking around, everyone seems to be in agreement. Okay, everyone, I guess that'll be our meeting for today. Alright, that sounds like a good point to end this off, especially since I'm getting hungry too. So that'll have to do it for the Walking Doki Literature Club for now. Thank you all for watching, and I hope to see you all in the next one.